Um, I'm doing a radio series called Spaceship Series, but I'll figure out a good name for it. It's about a person, Jason, who's working on to input a. It's about a spaceship which is going to a planet which weather was very turmoil and very hazardous, and AI satellites picked up that actually the weather on the planet is improving and it might have a lot of minerals and a lot of things to explore. So on Earth, a team came together and said, okay, we can journey to that planet, which is many light years. So they used two propulsion systems. One is a gravity one to get into space, and then one pinch one to get to the location in the galaxy. So it's pretty and it takes about 1 year to get to the planet which they wanted to explore, and which it was said that the air satellites said that it could be minerals there. The person Jason is the one who inputs AI into the inputs data into the AI machine. So when the captain says, the captain's name is Moses, and he's the one making sure that the space flight is going to go okay, and that the AI will work okay during their trip, because he's been on trips before, and when the AI has gone wrong, they've been in a lot of trouble and had to do a lot to be able to manage their trip. And he's with a new team, so they like not everyone is a new team. Like his second captain, who is usually in stasis until the return journey, he's flying with the second captain and a few people in the control room, but majority of the people in the control room, he doesn't know who they are. The space center hired him because he was the most reliable and he was known to get ships to their destination and back. And they thought, at least if he has that, we can chance him to take the people to the new planet for exploring, like scientists and people who are researching different ideas. The main character is Jason, who works on the IT. The problem with Jason, he wakes up in nightmares, like because he was hit by a car when he had a lot on his mind, so his almost spirit side was split in his personality with the with his normal mind. So the spirit side was trying to help him solve problems so that he won't get into the problems or into dangerous situations. When he was hit by the car, he was around maybe 14, and he was going somewhere in a hurry, and he dropped his sketchbook on the road, but he didn't think. He went back on the road to try and get his sketchbook, and a car came screeching and hit him, and he woke up in a coma. And when he woke up, his dad and his sisters and brothers were there, but his dad was smiling, which was a little bit strange. And his dad was very happy that he was awake, and told him, they saw your sketchbook, they saw the ideas you had, you don't know it, but you've revolutionized a lot of the technology which is currently being developed. So that's why I'm smiling. It's a bit strange, but their brothers and sisters were telling me off for not being a little bit somber. But after that, the family was like made like Dua said, Dua a poor family then, but after that they were no longer worrying about the needs of money or anything. So in the series, the boss asks him, he tells him that some of the AI things will have to be updated once they're in space, because permission to update some things have not come through. And he understands this, so he has data disk drives which can be updated once they're in space. But the disks can be I'll leave that for now. But before the space flight, there's attempts to sabotage it, which the second captain, Fiona, starts investigating. Like, a generator left in the engineering room was used for spying, because although it didn't give out any electromagnetic wave, it had a seismic like signature, which the captain was able to analyze and found that it was used for surveying the environment and hacking into equipment. But where it was in the engineering room, it couldn't hack into anything, so they dismissed it. But the bad guys who were listening in decided to remove all the other equipment from the spaceship, because if this was found, the trip might be the spaceship might be investigated, and they might be found out to have been planning something. In Cargo Bay 4 is a terraforming device which is used to transform atmosphere in inhabitable planets to habitable ones. But when the terraforming device was taken into Cargo Bay 4, it was kept top secret, and screens on the outside of this were made to look like it was a tool hub containing spanners and different tools, so that people thought, oh, that's just a tool hub going into Cargo Bay 4, but it was a terraforming device. But later on in the story, I'll tell you how the terraforming device was also rapid prototype equipped, which meant it could duplicate itself. So you put it down on a planet and it slowly starts to duplicate other terraforming devices, so it spreads around the planet. So although it's a small unit being taken into the spaceship, in a few weeks it's quite a few duplicates of the same unit, giving it more capability of doing the job of terraforming a whole planet. At the end of the story, an adventurous boy goes using the escape vents to the Cargo Bay 4, hoping to see the tool hub and find something interesting in it. But he sees they're just screens, and he tries and removes the screen, thinking it will be a door that you open up and take the tool which has been shown on the screen. But he finds, and these are 3D screens, they're not like 2D screens, and he finds that there's actually no door. In fact, the whole side of the tool hub is the door, so he thinks that there might be a vehicle or spaceship in there, so he doesn't tell anyone, but he looks forward to seeing what's in there. But he hears some security who've come in to search who was in Cargo Bay 4, and he hides himself, and once they've left, he goes back through the escape vent. Escape vent is like bigger than air vent, so it's like designed for people to use it to get away in a situation of emergency. So the escape vents are everywhere, but usually they have detectors, and so if you're in them, they notice that you're there, and they come look for you. The boy knew to mask his thermal signature, but he didn't know that his footprints will be picked up on the vibration sensor. So when he went through the escape vent, although his thermal signature was well masked and he looked like a small mouse, the vibration showed it was someone going through the thermal vent. So they sent someone to try and find him, but they thought they would see a man, but when they were told that he's just left, then they confirmed the toy car wheel they found in Cargo Bay 4 was belonging to a kid, so they didn't worry too much. That's for recording 1. I'll give you a preview of recording 2 when at a good time.
Hey, that's not the tool hub. I can't even get this open. It's just a screen. Why are they calling it a tool hub? Oh wait, okay. On the side of it, I can see a gap and it goes down, so the whole side of it might be a door of some sort. Maybe there's a car or even a smaller spaceship inside. Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing. Oh, I hear someone.
Hello? Is anyone there? The detectors went off, so there must be someone in here. Just have a look pretty well. Are you sure it wasn't a rodent or something? Well, the thermal signatures weren't very clear, but the vibration showed it was bigger than a rodent, so it must have been someone trying to mask their thermal signature. So let's just have a look first, and then we can look at the details later. Yeah, I haven't found anyone, but I found this. Yeah, that's a wheel for a toy car. Oh, so maybe some kid has been in here and they probably left by now, so we can go back and just tell them that. Yeah, we found this. It's a wheel of a toy car. Well, the person has just left, so there's someone still in there. Well, we didn't see anyone, so they must have been pretty small, so maybe it was definitely a kid, and we'll just make sure people know not to go near that area. Maybe they were just playing about and they decided to go in there. Okay, alright, no worries. That's for the cargo bay for where the terraforming machine is being kept.